Yeah, time to cut the hair. It's been time to cut the hair. I hadn't been really able to care for it. And so what I'm gonna do is change the effect. And it's kind of effortless. We can say in an effortless manner, right? Or an effective, more to my liking. So, okay, check it out. Before I get started, I just like to speak on one thing that happened when this crazy said that something about, well, you would shit in it. I said, no, not actually. Not actually. Okay, check this out. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a punk. It's very easy to kill. And I've been through a lot more experience than a motherfucker ever could. And I kind of had to check, synapses or what certain things would be instinctive. Okay. You trying to get enough motherfuckers to believe hell. So you actually trying to use them as conductors. Remember when they asked about they needed more chips? And just as when I started the story. But it's not me to believe it or carefully you pick apart things. Because when I used to eat, when I was little, I would pick at my meat. I have saw things. Been able to do things. That fucked up their fabrications. And this is not me just saying, because sometimes you have to realize why the motherfucker talking about reality. You remember that question she asked on that damn talk? What's your reality? Okay. worst thing is not having a vehicle. Okay? A vehicle. A vehicle. But anyway, I'm done with the job shit. Oh, you too young? Yeah, I don't want to hear shit. I kind of started thinking, even doing a little bit of a research in a different type of way. That everything shouldn't be about $1. And I mean, not only that, it was days, weeks, maybe even months, years that I'm maybe it's something to do with having or being called. If you ever, like, I've literally been at certain points and heard my name called, and I realized it's not a lie. Oh, he crazy. No. The ones that saying that you're crazy, they're crazy because you realize the bad operations that they could also be a part of. Or try so to be, in which, I'm not gonna lie, skin tone is not always it. You know what I'm saying? Some people can have some beautiful skin. Some people can be touchy. Some people can really care. Some people can love. Or we can say beings. You see what I'm saying? And then, or it takes some time to even try to grasp the concept. And irregardless to how someone has wrote something or write something, and I mean, I comprehend that. I've seen that shit. He said the coin has 3 sides to it. But that ain't it. And so I've started also looking at the back of these coins. And sometimes it either troubles me or it either signifies something else. It's silver. Yes, it is. It just has an imprint on it. Do you know what an imprint is? Could a dog imprint onto you? Could a cat imprint onto you? So and it's not easy after you comprehend it, you know. I mean, like, you fighting for comprehension anyway. You probably had to fight off, the goddamn, what they call evil entity. Because I mean, you don't call everything evil, okay? But some motherfuckers, they could be evil, or that there's some plot twist, and you see too much. And but when one can do that, that is your ability. That's like your fucking account. That you're not finna let nobody else take and say the fuck they discovered. Yeah, you might have some motherfucker like them and y'all motherfuckers, your daddy gave you some money to fuck up. You got some dark niggas like that too. And that's the other part why we like, they ain't never gave a fuck. And then sometimes their own don't even want to be around them. Their so-called own don't want to even be around them. And then we wind up being with the wrong one. Or you might have met them just for a moment, just to change some feature there, or whatever. Because the things that motherfucker think they gave you, they didn't give you. It's just like saying you have to achieve. His motherfucker didn't go to school. He don't give a fuck. Huh? Y'all try to get everybody in them boxes. They don't know where they're at, how far it's taking them, or whatever they're going to be doing, who they're going to have to touch, and what's going to happen. And sometimes you'll realize there's a little psychology to that shit, man. And then you think about the way they bury folks. But it's not a joke. And they wasn't careful with them fucking what to say, they're so-called fucking them resurrect motherfuckers. They wouldn't care about this. You got this nigga Kendrick Lamar saying the shit he said, but it's stupid. You don't have to hear him say some shit that way. It's first of all, because if you say that different people have a voice, but these niggas ain't even real. The voices that they want you to hear. And in some thing, it's some geneticist shit going on as well. Because it wasn't the real, or they weren't gonna be able to do everything. Like, you know, if you hear talk about Spinks all the time, that wasn't goddamn gonna be the way everything is modeled. Why you always think you hear them talk about a model? Everything was not going to apply the same way. This is the other reason why they'll try to fight about AI as well. But I do also remember saying, some of us are part technology. So damn what a bitch say about, oh, no, some of us are just, we're part technology. And they're trying to beat us with these experiments. Because less submissive. You don't need governing. You know about starships. You know about starships. You know that we can say maybe the paperwork, maybe the shit they doing is wrong. How that's called hijacking. How insurance can be wrong. They're gonna try their damnedest to make that shit look like it's right. And everybody go back to work. But it's hard to use, because the only reason is they come with this, you know, I'm not just gonna act like, and there could be things as you turn on a fucking TV. I may look crazy, but I'm not crazy. I can get crazy, but I'm not gonna do that. It's the psyche. We can say one that they thought it was psyching you out your fucking shit. Maybe even tried to pose to be your uncle. What do you think, what's the name made that song? Fucking Posers? Judo, yeah, Judo, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. They said get over. Dun, 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 dun. You think the way you live's okay. You think posing. See, but infrequent matters. You know how you get frequent flyer miles? Frequent matters. Like they thought they found some fucking dark matter. Nigga, that's because motherfuckers been fighting, bitch. Niggas are charging up moves, attacking, goddamn shooting that shit out. So guess what? Somewhere they figure how to try to make a profit. Or yeah, say like a profit off of suffering or whatever the algorithm so-called sends them. But it's not actually, I mean, factually, and it is. It actually is. It's just wild. Like I sit back and think a lot now. And it's due to like a lot of times I was drawing and stuff like that, and then stuff really is happening. And so you find yourself maybe having to curate the kill rate. Yeah. call you a true devil. Because you're not gonna do the slow shit that maybe you've done before. That sometimes wouldn't even fucking appreciate it. Or if it's being appreciated, someone's creeping a nasty little ass around the corner. Whether it be a male, whether it be a fucking female. I figured though, you could be one of those type of different beings you get along with. You get along with your different beings. Could Kanye be trying to motherfucking, Khan is the first syllable. Some shit. Then I would figure that the music stuff I'm not sure, but one thing I do think is that there were boxes. And these boxes started blowing the fuck up. From whichever. Then you have to remember how the so-called demos would try to use them with a fake ass prison construct. But That got crazy too. And then you think about it, and I just told you about the other shit, the genetics with the fucking animals. He said, and then I just, I'm trying to ignore this crazy ass lights and shit, these old smoke bag ass motherfucking goofs. Because they won't keep smoking that shit, but they need supply. That ain't never helped us. So then we don't contend to the same stuff, to believe the same things. But while I've seen bats. Most times bats eat what? They'll eat the mosquito. The mosquito will try to suck blood. I'm not a bad bat, but I do sometimes think that they've tried to manipulate through needles. And drugs. But we then get we then get that devil trigger. So even if being evasive, you gotta be what you gotta be to do the things that you have to do. And that was never meant to serve. Them motherfuckers brought they conflict shit that we ain't. We're actually other beings for real. And that's why it's hard. They'll try to get their evil chick fuck motherfuckers, their evil sick shit, like it's a contest. That's the trick. There's no contest, dummies. You're gonna either be stupid because, again, the thing is about pertaining to your integers. It's not just a fucking woman thing. Yeah, exactly. He said it's not just a woman thing. When they start getting these fucking cooking up these fucking femmy shits, or they cook up that goddamn activate your male hate. Really, that's what it corrupts. The integrals. That way in which you must be with the right ones. So niggas had them thinking, yeah, I'm smart, I run a business, I fucking, he said, but in actuality, what does nigga T.I. say? Come and get your girl, she got no, she really ain't, but these niggas feed them lies. Once they start out that dirty, nasty shit, then somebody gotta clean it up. And to be quite fucking honest, some motherfuckers don't even write shit. What? Excuse me? That's feel like I'm gonna say what I'm, because whatever somebody else trying to do to me, I can take a good thing. But he said, actually, it's not you. It ain't you. They keep trying you. If you gotta get that much motherfuckers to try one more, he said, because you can crash some evil motherfuckers. Look, you probably went with the shit. Feed motherfuckers worm can soup evil shit. Cause a bitch thought she was finna make a profit, making some niggas sick, and we finna get some insurance. Then you want to talk about a fucking resurrection. That entity shit is real. And you think I'm gonna walk into one of them boxes and keep fucking around? I remember reading, I read this book. And the ones that's gonna make themselves seem as if it's gonna be some goddamn parasites. I told I look. Okay. Okay, look, because this was a practice. So if a bitch can come tell you, oh, it ain't about you, yeah, she can say that. You gonna take that shit many different ways though, because she can't talk, say something to you, and it just be one thing. It could be many different things. Here we go. They squabbling about some fucking. They want more drugs. Here we go. They're squabbling because this shit's gonna be parasitical. Then you have to fucking watch the food. See, I swear that I be thinking, damn, we supposed to transform. You got to transform some shit. You got to transform into some shit. He said, this is what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck it is. You probably got different transformations. So what I'm saying is, why they try to feed the crap, and they doing different stuff, and they goddamn like fuck around and get some bad meat, some meat, some shit. And at the time that it comes to activate, I already know some of the signals may be wrong, because what was that app they had called Signal? And these motherfuckers on there begging and trying to scam and shit. So when those things kind of flare up, and you know, they're trying to, you know, you heard of a flare, didn't you? You know, the little thing you used to shoot up in, you could shoot up in the sky like help, SOS. These motherfuckers don't be thinking about shit, do they? And that's another thing I thought about. The way that some of these planes had crashed out. Oh, yeah. And there is a possibility of why they always trying to do this bad music shit. But actually it's some type of like another thing. So anyway, they used to say they had black box on motherfuckers. And I think some of them was just programmed. Some of them just programmed. Some of them ain't even real. Some of them might have somebody in the motherfucker. Some of them might not be. Some of them might be remote viewing. Cause I hydrated one of my damn self. But when I was on that bitch said K. And then it was like, I kept hearing the whispers, oh, they like braces. I'm like, what the fuck? But like since I've been here, I ain't been doing too much, and then I've just been trying to like kind of jitter off of these things, not jitter, but actually really kick into as what I really need to do. Like, damn, I keep feeling like I got some special around, or some special here or something. You gotta get them out the ground or something. It's something wrong. Because I met an evil old lady, and she ain't no lady. And I think that bitch is a parasite. Cause I was saying a few things to her. They said something about a fucking church, and I said, my God, I said, oh, she one of them. Why all these white? Why? I said, oh no, what the fuck going on? I said, oh hell no, sir. He said, if they ain't trying to eat, and that's what I was saying. I said this shit. Evil motherfuckers. Evil. Because certain shit, they're trying to run off these satellites. And they keep, like I say, trying to imprison. See, they hate when a motherfucker smart like that. He knows what in prison what is in a travel is. Like, I seen a helicopter come too low. And when I seen it come low, that motherfucker about to wreck out by the trees and had to straighten it out. And I just laughed and laughed. But I was like, nah, that's something serious. Is it something magnetic? Is something here? And it pulled that fucking airplane. It pulled that fucking helicopter down, bro. Or he got too low, because you can't fly them. You can't fly helicopters low like that. So whatever that wind gust was, or either the pressure, that pressure got it to drop down. I'm just saying. All right, but I got to get out this video because I got a call.